Kave, also known as Kave Dehinealingi, was the primary goddess of Nukuoro. Now, Nukuoro is a Polynesian outlier in the Eastern Caroline Islands of Micronesia. As with all belief systems, people feel compelled to render their gods and spirits in a physical form, because then it allows them to have a focus, from which to ask blessings, to beg the favours of, or to pay tribute, and prayers to. Auckland Museum's Kave is the largest of the 38 Nukuoro figures that are known to exist. Now, whether they're male or female, all of these figures are very, very similar. Ovoid head, tapers down to a pointed chin, facial features very rarely indicated, and if they are, they're with minor cuts in the wood to indicate eyes, nose, mouth. Auckland Museum's Kave is the only Nukuoro figure that has its nose carved in quite shallow relief. This head sits on a columnar neck. The abdomen is a flat plane that tapers down to a pubic triangle and then set on very sturdy looking legs that are slightly flexed. Auckland Museum's Kave, we thought for years, would have been carved out of breadfruit tree, because it's being the largest tree on Nukuoro. However, after a series of tests, we discovered it wasn't made of breadfruit tree, and that it was probably made of a large tree trunk that probably drifted there from larger landmass. Now, if you look closely, you'll see that Kave's feet have rotted away. We know that through our tests also that Kave has dry rot in her feet, and that leads us to believe that she was buried upright in the ground up to probably her ankles. At certain times of the year, these deities were decorated with floral garlands, floral headdresses, and the priest would, on behalf of the community, offer the first fruits of the season and other foods, primarily to honour and to give thanks to them, to their gods, for looking favourably on their communal endeavours like fishing and food gathering. This carving was created using Stone Age techniques. Now, because there are no stone sources on Nukuoro, the adze blades would have had to have been made out of shell, and so they would have adzed out a very rough figure using larger shell adze blades, and then to create the finer details they would have used finer and finer adze blades. Like today, we have different grades of sandpaper. What was available to them were different kind of grades, I guess, of shark skins, which they would have used to polish off and finish the wood surface. For more information, follow the links in the description below.